I think I just needed to listen to my body, and I was just fighting it for so long. That's been fun. Yeah, we've just been training, healthy, happy, and everything's going pretty good.
So, yes, Katelyn Tuohy is back. You all know how she had to cut her season short because of an injury. She, like many others at one time or another, sadly had to sit out a couple of races, even major ones, because of a physical injury. But now, she appears to be on the mend and more than ready to take on her competition. As you may remember, it was announced around this time last year that the then North Carolina State star, Katelyn Tuohy, had decided to forego the remainder of her NCAA eligibility to turn professional and has signed a contract with Adidas. Notably, Tuohy wrapped up one of the most decorated NCAA careers by a distance runner with 4 individual NCAA titles, 3 NCAA cross-country team titles, 3 NCAA records, 11 All-American titles, and 5 ACC championships, among other things. In 2022, she became one of the first collegiate cross-country runners to sign a name, image, likeness, or an NIL deal. The conversation started last year in the spring and was kind of up in the air. Tuohy shared in an interview last year. It was like, should I do cross? Should I not? And then I was like, I have to do cross. I love it too much. I knew all season that this was going to be my last season. It's been a roller coaster, but I guess my time has come. Then, early this year, pro runner Katelyn Tuohy has proven to be a granola connoisseur, and she has the partnership to prove it. She visited the granola factory in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, where she was supposed to help develop her own granola line. Apparently, Katelyn contacted the company back when the NIL deals were starting in college. At least that's what Calvin Virgilio of the granola factory said by email. Although the way they didn't work out a partnership then, Virgilio and his team spoke with Tuohy after she went pro last year to learn more about her interest in nutrition and food. I never would have thought I'd have the chance to do something like this, Katelyn wrote in an Instagram post. Being able to see firsthand the passion and dedication that go into crafting their granola was inspiring. I am grateful for this partnership and excited to bring our creation out soon. Speaking of inspiration, it's safe to say that Katelyn Tuohy is one. Ray Flynn, Tuohy's agent and a 2-time Olympian, said he could see Tuohy run anywhere from the 1,500 meters to the marathon during her career. He noted that Tuohy's form and her aptitude to do middle distance running and long distance running eventually makes her very appealing. She's like a metronome when she runs, Flynn said. She's got a great form. I'm sure she will run a lot of different distances, which makes her appealing. Flynn also mentioned that all of the major shoe companies were interested in signing Tuohy to a professional contract. While he declined to discuss the financial details of the deal, he said it was for multiple years and that it's one of the highest deals in the time he has been working as an agent, which notably dates back to 1989. In addition to the previously mentioned companies she partnered with, Tuohy also has a marketing deal with Olipop Soda. Flynn said he's working on other sponsorships too. She's the girl next door, Flynn said of Tuohy. I think she appeals because she's got a strong work ethic. She puts her head down. She's a good team player. She's focused. She's not distracted. I think that these kinds of things make a difference. Do you know how else Katelyn makes a difference? We're thrilled to announce that the incredible Katelyn Tuohy, 4-time NCAA champion and distance running star, is joining the Armory Camp roster as a coach. Well, that's how. The standout runner, and now a professional athlete, returned to the Armory last month to coach at a track and field camp. The Armory is a special place for Tuohy, where she set numerous records and celebrated key victories throughout her high school and collegiate career. There, she aims to inspire over 500 attending high school athletes, sharing both technical training and life lessons from her experiences. While Tuohy emphasizes the importance of hard work and dedication in running, she also highlights the value of enjoying the process and cherishing moments with friends and family, suggesting a balance between striving for success and appreciating the journey. Her return to the Armory as a coach represents not only a homecoming.
Everything they've been through this season, it's been super rewarding, seeing it come together on this day. similar form of where I was last year, and you know, I still have a full summer of racing ahead of me, so hopefully I continue the progress, get better each meet.
But serves as a transformative experience for young athletes, emphasizing hard work, community, and the joys of sport. On that note, how did her journey begin? Well, she started running in middle school to keep up with her older brother, Patrick, who became a cross-country runner at Fordham. She's also been a mentor to her younger brother, Ryan. Interestingly, she quit playing both soccer and hockey to get better at running, and before too long, she was leaving her dad in the dust. She just kept getting better and better, with good form and good training. She also had a drive that made her unlike any high school or college runner Coach Hans has ever coached. "We have a lot of hard workers, so it's not fair to say she is the hardest worker on the team," said the veteran coach. She does, however, work super hard to be the best. She's extremely determined. She's as good as anyone that we have ever had at learning things quickly and not making the same mistake twice. The experienced coach also said how Katelyn has the ability to learn from things that have happened, which is apparently very important since it is not unusual to fail at times in this sport, so it is vital for one to be able to make adjustments. "She's a quiet person, but she is driven to be the best she can be," Hennes said. "If she can stay consistent, stay healthy, and keep working hard, she is going to keep getting better." Arguably, Katelyn has indeed been getting better. In fact, Tuohy ran to a 12th place finish in the final of the US Olympic Trials Women's 5,000 meter race last July. Her finishing time didn't approach her all-time best, but qualifying earlier in the trials for the final was in itself a victory after injuries had sidelined her from competition throughout the year and kept her out of training for about 5 months. Still, she regarded her first trials as a good launch to the rest of her year, not as a passport to her first Olympics. "I'm glad I decided to go. I think it was a good learning experience, and even though I didn't have enough time to prepare for the race due to injury, I'm glad I was able to line up and give it a shot," she said. "I'm most pleased with how the prelim went," she added. "I feel like I responded to moves well and was able to stay focused." Tuohy said opening her season at the trials wasn't ideal, but it was clear her finals finish reflected her long layoff and faster times would follow, and it did. A few days later, she showed that the trials were pretty much a warm-up to a promising post-collegiate career when she competed in the Sound Running Sunset Tour, Women's 5,000 at Occidental College in Los Angeles. There, she recorded her first win since turning pro. Should she continue to be in good shape, she is definitely bound to greater heights, or speed. Tuohy is slated to continue her indoor training and competition, potentially aiming for the Indoor World Championships in March if her schedule allows. Here's a peek at what other athletes are aiming for.